Hi guys. Oh, I do have a voice. Okay. Sounded extremely quiet then. Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. We're going to play with fairies today. I plan on doing star sign readings for August, and I will be using the fairy cards for those readings. But first, because it's been a few days, let's have a look at a collective reading using the fairy cards. Okay. And I've got the Oracle of the Fairies as well. I think that card and that. Okay, maybe two different stories. Let's have a look at these cards. The Nine of Autumn, which is the Divine Feminine's energy. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Six of Spring. Okay, which... Is that a feminine? It is a feminine on there. Six of Wands. Okay. I thought there was two different stories. Seeing someone's worth, maybe? Like someone seeing your worth, because the Nine of Autumn is a really good position to be in, Divine Feminine. Well, it makes you the Divine Feminine. Reward yourself for all your hard work. Hi, Cynthia, sweetie. Divine Feminines, it's time to reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed and cherishing your time alone. Okay. I feel like you haven't been any nuisance, but a nonsense. I don't feel that you've brought the Divine Masculine like nonsense. I don't feel like you've been a nuisance. I feel they're starting to recognise that now. So let's have a look at this energy first of the Nine of Autumn. There's a lack of neediness. Cherishing your time alone. Let's have a look at this. I've opened to the Queen of Autumn. That's when the Nine of Autumn marries. She becomes the Queen of Autumn. Okay. It says, it's time to reward yourself for your wonderful achievements. You've accomplished a great deal, and you deserve a little relaxation, nurturing, and peace. Enjoy the fruits of your labours. Do something that feels truly luxurious and self-healing. You worked very hard. It's healthy to honour yourself in some small, or in brackets it says or large, way as an incentive to keep your forward progress going. After all, you've earned it. A very successful fairy enjoys the beautiful music from her harp, while the fruits of her labour ripen around her. Enjoying the beautiful music of her harp. That's what she's doing. She's enjoying the music. While the fruits of her labour ripen around her. The additional meanings of this card: being happily self-employed, creating a beautiful environment, enjoying the finer things in life, and cherishing your time alone. Good card, Divine Feminine. This card is even better. Six of Spring. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards and success and public recognition. Always takes me there that she's got kind of like a cameo. So making like your cameo appearance. Okay. I was taken to them. The singer, cameo. Word up! Huh, huh, everybody say. Okay. So we've got the Six of Spring here. Cherishing your time alone. And what's coming through is make sure you cherish this time alone, because in the future you're going to be very sought after. Okay. It's not necessarily that you're going to be on mission, but you're on mission. That's what is. It's not necessarily that you're going to be busy, but you're going to be on mission. So you won't feel busy because you'll be doing what you naturally do. And you're doing the do. Betty boo. Betty boo, Betty boo, just doing the do. When you are through and there's nothing left to do. Okay, just need to be you. Six of Spring. I'm sure that song goes on to kind of, well, she speaks, it's like, sorry if I upset you. To get the better of me, I won't let you. Congratulations on a job well done. This isn't a time to be shy or humble. Even if you don't normally seek attention, it's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents and passions be known. You're a role model, showing others what is possible. Wonderful news is on its way to you. It may be a promotion, a new career opportunity, or even an award. Positive recognition for your hard work is at hand. This card doesn't say that. It says the card features a person of great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought, while the red rose petals show compassion. I've actually got to read the words. What's on here, Lucy? Okay. The card features a person of great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought, while the red rose petals show passion and commitment. No wonder she's such a success. Additional meanings of this card: success, receiving awards or scholarships, being in the public eye, an offer of help from someone very successful. Smart choices. Smart choices. The High Priestess. Wow. It's definitely a reading for the Divine Feminine's energy. Trust in your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. Have you been meditating? Cynthia. Love when I hear that. Our feet tattoos each include a cameo with an animal in both. There we go. Break is over. We'll catch the playback. Love you and everyone. Love you too, Cynthia. Have a fantastic day, darling. It's interesting what Cynthia actually put there, like, break is over. Cherish your time alone. This break that you've had, okay, from activity, from recognition, is changing. Okay. I'm going to read the High Priestess first. Card number 2. I've opened up to number 4. That's the Emperor. Let's talk to the High Priestess. The High Priestess comes to assure you that your spiritual gifts are real and your intuitive insights are accurate. She wants you to know that nothing in spirituality is secret anymore. Therefore, she presents to you all the wisdom she's accumulated in the hopes that you'll use it to gain great insights about yourself. The most important revelations come from within. Try spending time in meditation or going on long reflective walks in nature. I've got to get these words out. Okay. Ask yourself, what is it that I truly want? Am I following my own path or just trying to make others happy? Happiness comes from the knowledge that the choices you are making are for your highest, greatest good. Your body is a powerful, intuitive tool that can lead you in the right direction. Pay attention to your emotional responses to various options offered to you and treat them as a compass that will guide you along the way. This card indicates that your psychic abilities are very strong right now. You can trust what your instincts are telling you about situations and people. Our High Priestess stands before the ruins at the Glastonbury Abbey, which was the site of religious and political disagreements. With her open book, the High Priestess is symbolic of acceptance of the many spiritual paths to God's love. Okay, the additional meanings of this card. Important nighttime dreams, spiritual knowledge or enlightenment, making plans before taking action, gathering information in order to come to a later decision, keeping your strategies to yourself for now. Okay. What's going on? Let's have a look. Oh, I've gone straight to the angels and ancestors. We will get to the Oracle of Fairies. Let's see what your angels and ancestors would like to say. Hi, Moon Cookie, sweetie. Good morning, Lucy. Hello to the channel of love. Happy Monday to you all. It has. It's been a wonderful Monday. What time is it here? It's about 4:45, I believe. Scratching noises outside. You know, there's noises happening. It took me to like running your nails down like a blackboard. That kind of. Oh, interesting. Because she's like playing her harp here, but it's that sound. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Even thinking about it kind of makes you go all shivery. Okay. Giving someone the shivers, but when I say shivery, chivalry come out. That's what we're after. The shaman, trust in higher forces. So we have the High Priestess, 9 of Autumn, 6 of Spring. So you can see that the Divine Feminine here is pleasantly positioned. I feel like it's about the masculine trusting the Divine Feminine. Okay. And her talents, gifts, talents. Trusting your intuition. The masculine's needing to trust your intuition, Divine Feminine. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Now, because you do schools, the 6 of Spring, recognition, being rewarded, recognised. And the High Priestess energy, well, in the High Priestess energy, she's normally holding the Torah. You have to be spiritually enlightened to be able to gain access to that wisdom. Okay, so the shaman. Looks like it's 12 o'clock. Oh, well, it's 10:58 here. I'm just waking up. Well, by 12, you'll be fully awake. If you're chatting for the masculines, that is. So it's 5 o'clock here. Okay. Boss take it to. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Shaman. Open to the High Priest. Last time I went to the Emperor, they were open to the High Priest, wanting to be like the Divine Feminine's counterpart. Shaman. Where else is the shaman in here? I'm just making sure I've got the right book. Okay. The message is, trust in your angels, guides and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. On the inner planes, all of the shamans of times gone by are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the needs of Mother Earth. Many are working as spiritual guides to light work. Many are working, that's the shamans, many are working as spiritual guides to light workers and light warriors. The shaman card brings the energy of your shaman guides to you. Shamans believe that when there was an illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. Let's repeat this. Shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere. I'm not laughing at the message. I'm just laughing at how I'm delivering the message. I'll pull it together, I'm sure I will. Oh, okay. Shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall this power and remove the demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in your quest. Okay, the extended message. There are spiritual allies working in your favour, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send your intuitive guidance and messages. It allows them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The Shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. Let me repeat, have you been meditating? Okay. Shaman. Let's go to the Oracle of the Fairies now. Oracle of the Fairies. Let's have a look. I do not know what this perfume is, and it's normally what I would hold my phone up against, okay, when I'm doing my readings, but I've moved my iMac into here. I'm not using the iMac, that's way too big, okay, to use, but I'm resting the phone against the iMac, which has freed up this box, which is, okay, be you, just be you. Be you. Divine Feminine, you be you. Divine Masculine, you be you. Oracle of the Fairies. Abundance. Prepare yourself. Well, of course, Divine Feminine, look, you're going to be rewarded. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed. Sound like I said successfully. Successfully. Being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. And we've got abundance. Prepare yourself for income and abundance. Release any mental blocks you have. In fairyland and human lands, there is enough abundance for everyone. Again, big message, because we've got the feminine here. I feel all speaking to like the masculine. It's like you can do it. Hello, baby. Oh, baby, come here. Just come and say hi. Let's come up. She's getting big. She's getting a big gal, aren't you? Okay, abundance. It's everywhere. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady. Do you know what the A took me to? It's like you're coming out as like the alpha. Even though you're the Divine Feminine, it's like it feels like you're coming out on top. I know that we're not wanting to be the alpha. We would, you know, like the Divine Masculine to take that position, but you're coming out on top. Okay. Abundance. The arrival of this fairy tells you that abundance is on the way. Perhaps you'll receive an unexpected gift or a cash windfall. It could also be a spiritual gift. Whichever form it takes, you just have to make sure that you're ready for it. Make sure you're in a place of receptivity, that you believe and know you're worthy to receive any abundance. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. By feeling truly worthy, we can be receptive to the flow and blessings of abundance in our lives. If you feel unworthy, ask yourself why and be honest in your answer. For this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Often feelings of unworthiness can stem from childhood, and facing these feelings can sometimes be challenging and painful. Talking your feelings through with a trusted friend or a professional counsellor could reap many rewards, shifting any negative views of yourself and of your worthiness to receive. Self-worth is key here. The Fairy of Abundance says there's enough abundance in the universe for everyone, and you have just as much right to it as anyone else. So prepare yourself for income and abundance and enjoy. It's like it's your birthday. Well, it's number 27, so that takes me to my birth date is the 27th. So it's like it's your birthday every day. Oh, lucky you. Whew, I'm a little bit excited. Let's go to, I felt like going to the Oracle of Shadows and Lights. I just picked up that box, expecting it to be heavy, and it was light because it's empty. And then the that one's heavy. And then the Romance Angels. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've just got to calm myself down. I might check the bottom of the decks before I go. Okay. Go to the Romance Angels first. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Let's have a look at this message. You know what this is taking me to? Not like physical conversations, but more like heart to heart, from my heart to yours. Heart to heart conversations. Your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication, according to the Romance Angels. You've been harbouring emotions that are masking your feelings of love. There's still time to heal the situation, however. There's still time to heal the situation, however, it will require effort on your part. You may need to initiate an uncomfortable discussion and risk upsetting your partner. In the end, though, this is a necessary move to ensure the health of your relationship. If necessary, schedule an appointment with a counsellor to facilitate the discussion. This professional can steer the conversation away from blame and toward resolution. You can also gain support from free groups such as Emotions Anonymous, Codependence Anonymous, or Al-Anon. Meetings are held internationally and online, and you can find them through your internet search engine. Whether you communicate with your partner alone or with a neutral third party, your heart-to-heart discussions will result in personal growth. Remember that you can't control another's reactions. You can only be honest about how you feel and know what you will and won't accept in a relationship. By sharing your feelings, you stand a much better chance of teaching your partner about your needs instead of suffering silently. Okay. Take that message as you will. As you will take it. Oracle of Shadows and Lights. It was 2442 on the counter now. It's the 24th today, isn't it? Yes. Take that card. Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Card number 11. This darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands, their sweet faded fragrance reminding her of happy times. She helps you by collecting all your happy, sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarch butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distances it can travel. So these memories may be of very long ago, down through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their message of love and sweetness wherever you currently find yourself. When you experience a difficult and challenging time, the dried flower fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you had forgotten, and magically the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet moments seem furthest away. She will come to you, and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, or a reminder of happiness coming to you in other sweet and serendipitous ways. The dried flower fairy speaks. And look, it's the train chase. I was just about to say, let the train go past. I can actually see, like, the reflection of the train track in the screen. Basically, I can see what's going on behind me. Okay. Do you remember that time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light, swam in the sparkling sea, held hands or exchanged glances with someone you liked more than just friends? When you were given a gift for no reason, hugged by a friend, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds. You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you, so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss, and gifts for no reason become possibilities you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past in the present, I know my work has been done. A song that keeps going, I went to find it on YouTube to play it, was Janet Jackson, keeps going through my mind. Everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me. That song was coming through, and the other song was Think of You. So, when I think of you, so in love with you. Anyway, divination message. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun and uplifting times in your life. The kind that have no great significance historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels, and it's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honouring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. Okay. I want to show the butterfly. My throat feels a bit itchy. Hi, Original darling. Good afternoon, everyone. One quickie, guys, in her Mrs. Doubtfire voice. Hello, Original. Let's get some messages from heaven, and then I'm going to wrap up with wrapping paper, am I? Okay. I'm going to wrap up with, I'm not sure yet. Okay, maybe we're not going to wrap it up just yet. A postcard from Spirits is next on the list. Okay. Go out and plant new life seeds, sow for your future. 23. Go out and plant new life seeds, sow for your future. Now, it's actually this wish here. We've had one at work, and it's just been flying around like the shop floor. And it was still there today. It was there on Saturday, and it's still there today. So that took me to like the fairy readings. So go out and plant new life seeds, sow for your future. 23. That's the wrong book. Okay. If you want the future to be different, then you have to act in a different way. Even if you want more of the same, you need to invest energy in what is to come. Whatever you give out will come back to you threefold. The person you work on today is the person you become tomorrow. Your loved ones remind you, study, learn, grow, create your future with the work you put in today. We are here to help you. Wow. That's interesting because the shaman card, it was like, don't forget this message. Trust in higher forces. You have so much angelic assistance. Okay. Should we have a little study time then? Let's go to the sequence. Just going to open it up to Morris Goodman, author and international speaker. Let's see what Morris Goodman wants to say. My story begins on March the 10th, 1981. This day really changed my whole life. It was a day I'll never forget. I crashed an airplane. I ended up in the hospital completely paralysed. My spinal cord was crushed. I broke the first and second cervical vertebrae. My swallowing reflex was destroyed. I couldn't eat or drink. My diaphragm was destroyed. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was blink my eyes. The doctors, of course, said I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life. All I'd be able to do is blink my eyes. That's the picture they saw of me, but it didn't matter what they thought. The main thing was what I thought. I pictured myself being a normal person again, walking out of that hospital. The only thing I had to work with in the hospital was my mind. And once you have your mind, you can put things back together again. I was hooked to a respirator. How do we say this word? Respirator? I think that's how you say it. A breathing machine, basically, I believe. And they said I'd never breathe on my own again because my diaphragm was destroyed. But a little voice kept saying to me, breathe deeply, breathe deeply. And finally, I was weaned from it. They were at a loss for an explanation. I could not afford to allow anything to come into my mind that would distract me from my goal or from my vision. I had set a goal to walk out of the hospital on Christmas. And I did. I walked out of the hospital on my own 2 feet. They said it couldn't be done. That's a day I will never forget. For people who are sitting out there right now and are hurting, if I wanted to sum up my life and sum up for people what they can do in life, I would sum it up in 6 words. Man becomes what he thinks about. I'll repeat that. Man becomes what he thinks about. Morris Goodman is known as the Miracle Man. His story was chosen for The Secret because it demonstrates the unfathomable power and unlimited potential of the human mind. Morris knew the power within him. Morris knew the power within him to bring about what he chose to think about. Everything is possible. Morris Goodman's story has inspired thousands of people to think, imagine, and feel their way back to health. He turned the greatest challenge of his life into the greatest gift. Since the film The Secret was released, we have been inundated with miracle stories of all types of diseases dissolving from people's bodies after they watch The Secret. All things are possible when you believe. Okay. Keep learning, keep studying, self-healing. Oh, a postcard from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. Give me a chance to shuffle them, please. Hi, Spotted Pony, darling. Hello, lovely souls. You are magical. I don't know if you can read that writing, but that's what it says. You are magical. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it. And be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. Okay, let's finish with a Rumi message. Okay, our final message. I was going to say for the day. Well, from me. For the day. For the day. I'm going to crack on with the star sign readings. Not today, though. I don't think so, unless I feel drawn to come back on later. Okay, I've got the card, thank you. Resplendent with grace. If that doesn't sum up... Oh, it's card number 24. That doesn't sum up today's reading. 24 is the date. Resplendent with grace. Come on, Divine Feminine. Okay, let's read this message. Look, I've taken the High Priestess card off. Not on purpose, but maybe it was. The Three of Summer. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations or births. Friends you cherish. You are resplendent with grace. Okay, 24. went to 12, which is half of that. It's divine discontent. Let's read Resplendent with Grace. A doggy barking outside. Okay. Greetings from my heart to you who are always with me. So I chose not to hold up the heart-to-heart conversations, but that's what I was speaking about. Greetings from my heart to yours. Okay. Oh, to you. Greetings from my heart to you who are always with me, hidden inside as the heart. You are the compass of my life. My course is your way, no matter where I go. You exist everywhere and in everything, always watching over us. My soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. Far beyond the body, there is an opening from my heart into yours, and through that opening, I send you secret messages like the moonlight. I polish the mirror of my heart to be your reflection. I make my ear the receiver for the tenderness of your words. You are in the ear, you are in the mind, you are in every burning heart. What am I saying? You are I. This is my way to describe you. Rumi. Your divine grace clothes me in robes of sky blue and blood red, as a shimmering galaxy of compassion, within the field of which no being is excluded. The darkness of light is illuminated, and all creatures are bathed in the fine golden hue of your presence. There is only beauty beheld now, for there is nothing that is not of your artistry, of your divine hand, generous with its grace. Is it difficult to see your magnificence? Without a mirror the size of a galaxy, how could you possibly witness all that you are? You must just catch glimpses of your truth now and then. Oh, if you could see yourself as I see you, in all your glorious fullness of being. You are swathed in robes of grace, so light and freeing that they do not weigh you down, and yet so luscious and full that you cannot help but stir the movement of all of creation as you step this way and that. Of course it matters not to grace whether you see or do not see, for grace simply is, without witnessing being required. Yet you may live rather differently, my beloved, should you realise you are not only worthy of grace, but actually dripping with it, saturated with divine presence, so rich it leaks out of you and causes sunlight to pool at your holy feet. Oh yes, you are resplendent in holiness and sanctity. Should you come to know this as I do, you would take each step with awe and reverence, page number 111. You would decide that not a thing in your world could be classed as mundane, and decide with bold fervour that you are living in godliness. You must create your world through choices that honour love. No fear, even the most stubbornly persistent, would be able to withstand the sight of your magnificent beating heart, so wild with life. In the sight of that wild heart, you would have to call all your fears close to you, soothing them with your words of love, like royal children in need of tenderness and quiet. Then when rested, you would wake them from their slumber, and they would arise as falcons, ready to soar to the height of your most daring visions. Hunting for life to feed them, they will ensure the ample grace pulsing within your heart has its chance to come to life in the world and serve love. A really itchy chin while reading that. This oracle comes to you with a message. You may be wondering if you can attain this next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself. You have within your sole possession more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision for yourself. or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So pray through unconditional love to access all that you are, to be supported by those beings that love you without condition. Pray to realise that you are so drenched in sacred grace that the well of your being is full. All that is needed to nurture you onto the next step of your life path is within you now. Success is yours, but you must believe in your ability, your readiness, and your capacity to take this next phase of the journey now. How could it be otherwise? For you are one with grace. Beautiful message. I'm leaving it there. Guys, I will... Hi, blue sky. Wowzers. Amen. Amen. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys soon, so have yourself a lovely day. Until then, take care, much love. Bye for now.